let's head over to Microsoft, and because there was a new story that had come out about a new processor that they're developing called the Pluton. You know, a lovely marketing name, and apparently it's the sort of like the next generation security chip that already created what was called a trusted platform module that's been part of PCs for a long time, but Microsoft was wanting to update it just in terms of the recent sort of exploits like Spectre and Meltdown, and to put a chip in that would enhance security for Windows PCs. And they actually brokered a deal with Intel, AMD, and Qualcomm to basically integrate this Pluton chip directly into their chip. So there's no sort of because at the moment as I understand, the TPM chip that's used is separate. So that means it's exploitable by some clever hackers if they want to. So for all the talk that we've just said about Apple's approach, you know, like we're doing the whole stack kind of approach. We don't like necessarily partner with people and all that sort of thing. I find it interesting that Microsoft is sort of like their core tenet is partnering, and they managed to get 3 chip makers to basically adopt their approach to this particular issue.
Well, yeah, look, I think this is the sad story of, you know, sort of the slick Apple versus the, I don't know, sort of poor cousin Microsoft. I mean, from what I understand, Apple's M1 chip has got exactly the same sort of security feature embedded in there. So Apple's done an all-in-one. It's got a great, you know, chip that works only for their devices and makes their devices head and shoulders above the rest. Microsoft, not knowing what to do, has come up with the same idea about the security feature, and let's be obvious here, probably the NSA has told Apple and Microsoft that they have to do it or something like that, you know. And I think, you know, probably the reality is that if the 3 partners, Intel, AMD, and who's the other one?
And Qualcomm.
And Qualcomm, if they want to be able to run Office on their chips, they're probably going to need to include it. So, you know, look, I think it's a great idea, and I think it's really good to see someone like Microsoft taking the initiative, and it'll embed security into the Office 365 environment and really into the Windows operating system too, I would suspect. So it's by no means a bad idea. And there's nothing negative really to say about it, but it doesn't really achieve anything marvellous like Apple have managed to do across the road, you know. So the whole package that Apple's got, everyone's going, wow, that's amazing. And, you know, I guess we kind of should expect that there's good security on every chip that we use.